2012 Quit Forest Rally would open the WA Rally Championship, a year that is expecting to again be a very hard-fought affair. With several past champions lining up, a string of young guns and a spread of good classes and categories, it promises to be a very exciting series. 6 rounds in total, 40 plus cars per round expected, this first blast sure to get the season off in super style. Among the outright contenders, plenty of attention will be focused on the defending champions Hines and Percival, Nannup local Tom Wilde and Subaru man Alex Stone. Interestingly, All-Star Garage's Nick Box and co-driver Ash Ridden electing to contest the ARC component only, allowing this team to run in the unrestricted class. In contrast, Wilde selecting both national and state level events. In 2012, the two-wheel drive category will also be a championship to watch out for. A great mix of machines and a heap of very enthusiastic teams. The opening stages on the Bustleton foreshore proving again a big hit with the locals, good crowds gathered to catch the action. After the 2 blasts, Wilde jumping quickest, 5 seconds faster than Stone, with Hines a further 4 back. Two-wheel drive runs would be a much closer result, the top 3 of Keating, Wright and Douglas separated by just 2.5 seconds. Eight very tough and demanding stages making up day one's gravel action. The Nannup Forests providing a fantastic mix of challenges on a diverse range of surfaces. With 4 stages run and the crews in for service, Wilde and Tierney wasting no time, rushing to a 1 minute 19 second lead. This pair now supported by Petter's suspension, running in the well-sorted Evo 10 and taking full advantage of the package. Although quickest on the first stage of the day, Hines and Percival would be unable to ward off their Ferndale hoodoo, puncturing not far in, a stop and change costing a bundle of time. Things would get worse, a drive shaft failure later on in the day and game over for Heat 1. Stone would be much happier with his machine, off-season changes helping him to second outright WA crew with a good margin back to 3rd. Another with off-season upgrades to his machine, Bunbury driver Gary Whittle enjoying a good turn of speed. 3rd spot at the service, but unfortunately for the Subaru runner, a roll on SS4 ending his weekend. The always specky Blair Pugh would raise the stakes in the two-wheel drive championship, consistently quick across the 4 stages, netting a 42-second lead at the break. Just as sideways young gun Dylan King would show that he can also throw an escort around. 2nd spot, but only a 7-second gap up his sleeve. The hard-charging Kyle Douglas having to manhandle the big V8 around, he would still be pleased with 3rd spot and certainly within striking distance. Repeat run over Kinky and Ferndale, seeing more of the same from Wilde, dominating and extending his lead. After the 2 short runs over the Nannup Oval stage, a heat win with a margin of just over 1 minute and 30 seconds the result. Stone and Jury continued with their pace, 2nd quickest on the afternoon stages, netting that pair the number 2 spot on the podium. The Davies brothers stepping it up at this event, a big increase in speed across the stages, regularly 3rd quickest, these guys putting in a good day's work and being justly rewarded with 3rd outright on this heat. drive boys would have a shuffle around for the repeat stages. Stumbles from Pugh in the Escort and Douglas in the V8 meant them dropping spots. Pugh unfortunately out altogether. King upping the ante, taking the 2 Forest stages and the 2-wheel drive points for Heat 1. Adding the win on the Rally School Junior Challenge, this has been a big day. Julian Wright, who was always thereabouts all day, taking advantage of the dramas and grabbing second. Douglas putting in a big effort, sliding the Commodore into 3rd place. With the Clubman Cup entrants only contesting today's stages, the pace was absolutely red hot from the go. A brilliant battle up and down the entry list, with stage times on some sections just seconds apart. At event's end, Matt Snadden grabbing the lead, the Corolla man 42 seconds up on the pack. Lowther, another campaigning a Corolla, taking the 2nd spot points. The immaculately prepared Toyota 11 of Andy Van Can would get a full-on workout. The result, a fine drive, 3rd outright Clubman Cup. Two runs of the Bustleton Toyota Super Special Stage starts off Heat 2, and for Douglas, drama with a blown diff. Fortunately, repairs could be effected and back in action for Sunday stages. Restarting day 2, Hines was on a charge early, taking the Brockman stage, albeit by just 1 second from Wild. However, the Bustleton base team not able to take a trick on this weekend. Another drive shaft failure later on in the day. No championship points. Wild continued his pace from day 1, taking fastest on the remaining stages into the service, building a 53-second lead. Continuing to keep the pressure on, the Subaru of Stone making sure of 2nd spot. Dramas of a different kind and unrelated bushfire in the area meant the cancellation of 2 of the last stages. The Davies brothers collecting a massive bag of points, 4th on Heat 2, giving them 3rd place overall, a great result for these guys. Alex Stone and Hannah Drury 2nd on both days, a brilliant start to their 2012 campaign. The Red Evo 10, Tom Wild and Lee Tierney taking the state points to add to their spectacular weekend. Other notable runs coming from O'Dowd, 4th on Heat 1, backing that up with 5th on Sunday. As if scripted, the 2-wheel drive crews would set up another enthralling battle, sharing stage wins, in many cases just a few seconds apart, a fantastic display of powerhouse driving from a very diverse group. The flying Dylan King would grab the top spot from the shortened day's rallying, maximum 2-wheel drive championship points for the round. Blair Pugh pushing his Blue Beast to the limit was 2nd on this heat. Kyle Douglas with his own special brand of action, making the top 3 today and 3rd outright. He and other putting on a fabulous show. A special run from Julian Wright. Had it not been for a drama on Brockman 2, the 1200 driver would have definitely finished on the podium for this heat. That said, 2nd outright for the event, a very good result. Another with a good effort over the stages, Trevor Chudley and Tony Fever, 5th outright for Sunday's heat. The crews will need to gather themselves up with round 2 of the WA Rally Championship looming, the Trade Hire Donnelly Rally, calendared for May 19.